Okay, go.
Okay, now we're going to talk about adding and subtracting fractions with different denominators. So the rule is, if the denominators are different, take out each denominator you see, and 2, do the multiples until you find the least common denominator or the smallest number. So we have an example here, 5 6 plus 1/3. So the rule says, take out each denominator you see. So I see a number of 6. Oh, let's just erase that. Give us some more space. 6 and 3, and the multiples means add that number to itself, okay? So I add 6 plus 6 is 12, another 12 plus 6 makes 18, another 6 plus 18 makes 24, okay? Now, we add 3, the multiple for 3. 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 3 is 9, 9 plus 3 is 12, 12 plus 3 is 15, 15 plus 3 is 18. Now we have to look for the smallest number they have in common. Well, they have a lot of numbers in common, but the smallest number they have in common would be the 6s. Alright? So that's called the LCD. Now it is true that they have in common the 18 as well, but we want the smallest number. So that will be our new denominator, which will be now 6, 6. And now we times it by itself from the top to the bottom. 3 times what makes 6. Now if you don't know your multiplication tables, you can count. 1, 2. 3 times 2 is 6. When you do the bottom, you must do the top. 1 times 2 is 2, right? And then 6 times what makes 6? Well, 6 times 1, or 6 times itself, 1 I should say, is 6. When you do the bottom, 5 times 1 is 5. So 5 plus 2 is 7, 6, and that's an improper fraction, and you have to turn it to a mixed number, which would be 1 and 1, 6. And how do you do that real quick? It would be 6 goes into 7. 1 time with a remainder, like we learned in kindergarten, remainder 1 over 6. That is a 1 and 1 6. I hope that's of some help. Okay, so I'm going to give some more examples. Again, you're adding subtracting fractions with different denominators. Hence, the denominators are different between here, 6 and 3. Rule, if the denominators are different, take out each denominator you see and do the multiples. Now I want to highlight that part where I said multiples. Multiples means to add that number to itself, okay? Until you get a number that's similar, okay? That will lead to the least common denominator. So we had here 6 and 3. So you go 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 6 is 18, plus 6 is 24. 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 3 is 9, plus 3 is 12, 15 and 18. Those are 2 numbers we took out, and the common number we had 6. 3 times what makes 6? 2. When you do the bottom to the top, 1 times 2 is what? 2. 6 times what makes 6? 6 times 1. And when you do the bottom to the top, 5 times 1 is 5. And you add now 5 plus 2 is 7, 6. And you go back to the original rule. If the denominator is the same, you keep the original denominator. So I have this there for you, so I'm going to erase it. And I'm going to do a couple more examples real quick. So example 2, I have more on the board here. Okay, we have 1/8 plus 1/4. So the rule says the denominator is the same, take it out. So I'll take out 8 and 4 and do the multiples. 8 plus 8 is 16, plus another 8 is 24. And 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 plus 4 is 16. I'll just stop there. And what are the smallest numbers that we have in common? Well, the smallest number we have in common in this scenario is 8. We do have 16 in common, so that's called the LCD, least common denominator. Now we want to put the least common denominator over here, and then we want to find what number makes 8. Well, if you don't know your tables again, 4 times what makes 8? 1, 2, right? What do you do to the bottom? You must do to the top. 4 times 2 is 8. 1 times 2 is 2. 8 times 1 is 8. And 1 times 1 is 1. So you have there, okay, 1 plus 2 is 3/8. Okay, so there are 2 examples there. Thank you.